There are many types of breathing meditation, and I have roughly looked at various tutorials. Some of them have learned it incorrectly, some are too amateur, and some were just deceptive. To learn breathing meditation, you must learn the most authentic way. Let's talk about the most pure method of breathing meditation, and see how the Buddha guided breathing 2,500 years ago. Hello everyone, I am Hello Sutta, and I only want to tell you about mindfulness meditation that is not deceptive and can be practiced. How to relieve worries? Only Sutta. We will talk about Ānāpānasati Sutta, MN 118, mindfulness of breathing. Here a bhikkhu, gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut, sits down, having folded his legs crosswise, set his body erect, and established mindfulness in front of him. Ever mindful he breathes in, mindful he breathes out. First of all, let's talk about the environment and sitting posture. To meditate, you need to find a quiet space without any distractions. You can discuss it with your family or friends. It is best to sit upright and cross your legs. Choose the most suitable posture according to your situation. Be careful not to lean your back against the back of the chair, and straighten your spine gently upwards without exerting too much force. The body can feel natural and relaxed. Gently place your hands on your knees or stack them together. The mudra are not important, the important thing is that the posture can help you relax. The chin is slightly retracted. This posture is conducive to keeping breathing smooth and energetic. The tongue rests gently and naturally on the roof of the mouth. If you are very tired, you can also lie down. If you fall asleep, just sleep peacefully. After you have rested, sit up and practice seriously. Breathing meditation, the first step is to know the breath in and out, including breathing in and out, cessation, and conversion of breathing. As you inhale, say in your mind. As you exhale, mentally say out. Breathing in long, he understands I breathe in long, or breathing out long, he understands I breathe out long. Breathing in short, he understands I breathe in short, or breathing out short, he understands I breathe out short. The second step is to know the length of the breath. Know the duration of the breath truthfully. When you exhale, the breath is long and you say out long in your mind. Breathing short, say out short. When inhaling, the breath is long and say in long. Breathing short, say in short. The key to these two steps is that the focus of observation is not to move in and out with the breath, but to gently maintain awareness of the breath coming in and out of the nasal cavity. It is like a security guard at the door. He does not run around with the breath coming in and out, but only stays at the door and keeps observing. Observe truthfully, the breath will change, sometimes it will be tight, sometimes it will become lighter, and the breath may even reach the nasal cavity lightly and then disappear. Don't be afraid, just stay gently and continue to observe. The key is to keep observation of your breath, in and out, and length of the breath. The thought will come up again, the breathing will come up again, and continue to observe. If you find that your mind is wandering, absent-minded, or making a mistake, or even yawning, crying, just pull your attention back gently and continue to focus. The states of exhalation and inhalation, long and short, are all very clear, there is no confusion or mistake, and we remain aware of them as they really are. This is the mindfulness factor. After stabilizing, you have to move to the next step and know how to flexibly change hence object of perception. This is the enlightenment factor of choosing Dharma. Many people practice breathing meditation or other practices, but they only know that hence object of perception must not be changed. This is generally the case, but it is not completely unchanged, because you will encounter many situations and there will be changes at different stages. Otherwise, you will be very tired, or you will fall asleep, or you will not be able to go deep. Just like running, starting is a state, the middle is a state, and sprinting is a state. The strength and techniques used in different stages are different, and need to be adjusted. Don't think that breathing meditation is easy to understand. Many people still find it difficult to operate it. What is the difficulty? First, once you observe your breathing, it is easy to control your breathing. This is a problem that most people will encounter. How to do it? Relax. Find yourself in control and relax step by step. At the beginning, you could more or less control it, or hold your breath, or use force. You always felt that you had to do something a little different, to be considered diligent. Just like when you first learned to play basketball, you will feel a little clumsy when dribbling and controlling the ball, and you also like to play cool. As long as you practice regularly and correctly, plus relax, and become proficient, the basketball will be like growing in your hands, and you can do whatever you want. The key here is focus and relaxation. Don't control your breathing, don't deliberately take deep breaths, and don't deliberately hold your breath. If you notice it, remind yourself to relax and let your body breathe naturally. As long as you relax, you won't die. You don't have to control it at all, your body will breathe naturally. Our bodies have sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. The sympathetic nerve is mainly responsible for the physiological regulation of the human body when it is in a tense state, and the regulation of nerves and body fluids under stressful conditions. Stimulating sympathetic nerves can cause the heartbeat to increase, blood vessels to dilate, activity to increase, and visceral and skin peripheral blood vessels to contract. The parasympathetic nerves mainly maintain physiological needs in a quiet state. When the parasympathetic nerves are active, they can cause reactions such as slowing of the heartbeat, increased secretion of digestive glands, constriction of pupils, and contraction of the bladder. Simply put, sympathetic nervous activity is usually when we are awake during the day, and parasympathetic nervous activity is usually when we fall asleep at night. Both sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves can influence breathing. Even if we ignore breathing at all, such as entering deep sleep, the parasympathetic nerves will take over breathing. Don't worry, you won't die. There is no need for you to deliberately control, you just need to focus and observe truthfully. Second, we are accustomed to sensory stimulation, so breathing meditation seems a bit boring. You may feel sleepy after a while, or want to check your mobile phone, or think about other things. It should be noted that sensory stimulation is actually a kind of restlessness. For example, if you are used to listening to music, but without music, you feel that something is missing. This addiction is similar to cigarette addiction. There are also things that you want to eat even though you are not hungry, want to check your phone, want to watch movies, want to talk, and you are addicted to thinking and can't stop thinking. These are actually sufferings, and they are all manifestations of addiction. So most people cannot be silent. Will watching breathing become an addiction? That's true, but it can make you calm down at any time and stop being restless. It is a feeling of happiness from the inside out. Compared with ordinary people, people who are accustomed to breathing meditation prefer silence and solitude. This is the third step. He trains thus: I shall breathe in experiencing the whole body. He trains thus: I shall breathe out experiencing the whole body. The first two steps are like driving with the low beam on, so the recognition is stronger. After stabilizing, you only need to pay attention to the whole, the intensity of identification is relaxed, and part of the work is handed over to inertia, while maintaining awareness. It's like turning on high beam when driving. Focus on the overall process of inhaling. Focus on the whole body. When inhaling, relax and gently focus on the whole body. You can feel the breath filling the whole body, reaching the soles of the feet and reaching every pore. How to do it? It is still natural breathing. When you inhale, say, whole body, in your heart, and when you exhale, say, whole body, in your heart. Repeat like this until your body is stable. This brings us to the fourth step: breathe in tranquilizing the bodily formation. He trains thus: I shall breathe in tranquilizing the bodily formation. He trains thus: I shall breathe out tranquilizing the bodily formation. I shall breathe tranquilizing the bodily formation. The gross klesa are removed and the 5 covers are removed. What are the 5 covers? Mental and moral hindrances, desire, anger, drowsiness, excitability, doubt. Only when the 5 covers are removed can one enter the first jhana. There is no concentration in the desire world. For most people, the process of removing the 5 covers may not be so smooth. Because we have to think a lot and receive a lot of information every day, if we want to calm down, all kinds of things will automatically emerge, and we will habitually think about it. How to do it? The tranquilizing here means adjustment. You must first have methods for adjustment. Generally speaking, there are 3 methods. 1. Marking method. Gently remind yourself of the real, hence object of perception now. When we are concentrating on something, whether it is meditation, work, or study, some thoughts appear in your minds, and these thoughts affect the direction of attention. At this time, mark these thoughts with 1 or 2 words. By doing this, you can get out of the mental inertia caused by these thoughts and instead observe the thoughts themselves. It's not complicated, but it works. For example, if you are watching a video and a sound suddenly distracts you, and you want to figure out what the sound is, you should first remind yourself to listen, so that you can clearly understand your desire to distract yourself. Then decide whether to figure out what the sound is, or ignore it, and continue to return your attention to the video. In particular, many habitual and impulsive behaviors, such as smoking, wanting to see if anyone has sent messages, wanting to check moments, watching videos to see if anyone likes and replies, and desires and impulses, etc., are all marked in advance. Be aware of your words and deeds carefully, and stay mindful. You will soon find that when you are not mindful, you are running around like a madman. When you start training with the marking method, it may take several minutes to realize that you are distracted. It doesn't matter if you realize it later. This is a skill. Practice makes perfect, and over time you will become less and less distracted, and your awareness will become stronger and stronger. Many brain science research institutions have spent a lot of time, money, and equipment to verify this effect. The conclusion is that it is very effective, including for quitting smoking, various addictions, and preventing mind wandering. Take it away without any thanks. 2. Go back to the first 2 steps. Know the breath coming in, know the breath going out, and know the length of the breath. This is easy to understand. Gently pull your attention back and go back to the first and second steps. You don't need to do anything else. When you pull your attention back, just put a little more force on your attention. This is the most direct way. In Chinese Zen Buddhism, it is said that the dragon holds the pearl and ignores the swimming fishes. 3. You can turn to practicing problem-solving methods. This is for recurring troubles, such as desire for sex, food, or being easily angry. There are corresponding methods to treat them, such as thinking about the impermanence of death, loving-kindness meditation, joyful mind meditation, and equanimity meditation. These will all have corresponding special topics and are conventional weapons in the arsenal. It should be noted that when practicing, you should not pursue speed. Be steady and solid step by step. After repeated practice and proficiency, you can continue to move up. Some people are more capable in cultivating concentration, and some people are more capable in the field of wisdom. You are yourself and have your own characteristics. There is no need to compare with others. It's not that you're good if you've entered the 4th jhana, nor that you're good if you can't enter the 2nd jhana. Concentration and wisdom are joint processes. If you rush to achieve success, this in itself will be an obstacle. During the process of I shall breathe tranquilizing the bodily formation, you may feel yawning, crying, or feeling drowsy. Regardless of these states, continue to focus on your breathing, just like when an airplane takes off and enters the troposphere and encounters turbulence. Stay alert, stay diligent, and continue to rise into the sky. You will soon enter the stratosphere, and joy will arise. By persisting to this step, you can remove kinds of obstacles in the body, remove gross desires and other 5 covers, and become more and more stable physically and mentally. There is a metaphor here. Just as a skilled lathe operator or his apprentice, when making a long turn, understands, I make a long turn, or, when making a short turn, understands, I make a short turn, so too, breathing in long, a bhikkhu understands, I breathe in long, he trains thus, I shall breathe out tranquilizing the bodily formation. This metaphor explains the first and second steps, knowing the breath in, knowing the breath out, and knowing the length of the breath. In the 3rd step, there is also a metaphor, The boiler man uses a skin bag to blow air into the boiler. The skin bag is rare now. Its function is similar to air blowing to remove dust from the camera lens. The bag is full. Know that the bag is full. The bag is empty. Truly know that the bag is empty. This metaphor is very appropriate for knowing that breathe experiencing the whole body. The fourth step is like washing dirty dishes. At the beginning, brush hard with dish soap and steel wool. After the overall brushing, use a rag to remove the detailed dirt, and finally rinse with water. There are adjustments to the strength here, as well as adjustments to the tools, slowly going from coarse to fine. The craving for colors, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches, which are dirt. First, start with the in and out breathing and the length of the breath to remove dirt, and then use the breathe experiencing the whole body, and breathe tranquilizing the bodily formation to remove more subtle dirt. In this way he abides contemplating the body as a body internally, or he abides contemplating the body as a body externally, or he abides contemplating the body as a body both internally and externally. Or else he abides contemplating in the body its nature of arising, or he abides contemplating in the body its nature of vanishing, or he abides contemplating in the body its nature of both arising and vanishing. Or else mindfulness that there is a body is simply established in him to the extent necessary for bare knowledge and mindfulness. And he abides independent, not clinging to anything in the world. That is how a bhikkhu abides contemplating the body as a body. This section will appear repeatedly, and some people don't quite understand how to operate it. Hence, object of perception is different at different times. Sometimes we need to observe ourselves, sometimes we need to observe others, and sometimes we need to observe overall. Sometimes you have to observe your own uncleanness and skull. This is to get rid of your attachment to yourself. Sometimes looking at other people's uncleanness and skull is to get rid of the craving for others. Sometimes you have to observe your own thoughts, and sometimes you have to observe other people's thoughts. How to observe other people's thoughts? During the communication process, the other party's anger, sorrow, and joy will be expressed through eyes, expressions, words, and various characteristics. The stronger the concentration, the more subtle it can be felt. In this way, you can adjust your communication style, which is a method that is often used in daily life. Now that you are here, congratulations, you have entered the first jhana, where is experienced the joy of leaving the evils of life. Okay, that's it for today, let's practice. Thank you to the Buddha, thank you to all arahants, thank you to everyone for taking the time to listen to the Dharma, meditate, and practice breathing meditation. I hope you can stay relaxed and happy every day. Welcome everyone to follow me. I will only tell you mindfulness meditation that is not deceptive and practical. How to relieve worries? Only sutta. Welcome to like, repost, and follow. Welcome to join my channel membership. Spread the video to more people. It will make you healthy, happy, and everything goes well. Thank you.